How to get your gun into the fight. Hey everybody, this is BK with Masada Tactical with another video, and today I want to discuss something that is one of my biggest pet peeves, and that is people that assume they can get a weapon, a tool, right? Today we're going to discuss guns, but it can be a knife, can be anything else, into the fight when they never actually practiced it before. So what we found out over the years is that people spend a lot of time practicing the self-defense, and then completely separately, if they have a tool, let's say they carry a knife or they carry a gun, spend a lot of time practicing how to use that tool. But very rarely do they work on transitioning from their empty hand to getting that tool into the fight. It is a completely different ball game drawing a gun in an empty range than drawing it while you're trying to fight another person that is actively coming after you, right? In order for me to be able to accomplish that, what I'm going to have to do is create space. Space equals time, and time that I can use to get my tool into the fight. There is a proper way of doing it though, and that's what I want to show you today. So today I'm going to use a punching bag in order to demonstrate the skill, and also always safety first. So just to make sure that you guys see it is an empty gun. I do have the magazine in it just to kind of feel the grip. But the idea is if you try this at home, always make sure that you do that in a safe manner. So this is the thing. If I was to just fight an adversary and then decide, okay, I want to transition to a higher force option, whether they displaying a level of force that requires it to do so. For those law enforcement officers that we train, typically they have an additional set of tools that they can decide to use. I can't just stop the fight in the middle of a fight, say, hold on, let me get the gun out and engage you. It's not going to work. I also can't just move away, because if I move away, I don't care how fast you move backwards, your adversary is going to be moving forward faster, right? So I need to buy myself the opportunity to do all of that. So as I'm fighting, whatever it is that I'm doing, I want to deliver one strike that's going to push them or move them away. It can be a palm heel strike, it can be a defensive front kick, whatever that is, but that buys me time that I can use to disengage and transition to my gun. Now, depending on context, I can shoot. I potentially need to re-engage and even use this as a blunt object, because remember, I have to be cognizant of my backdrop, whether or not the level of force is still where I can articulate using that tool, and so forth. So I need to make sure that if I am shooting, it is actually required. This also holds if I am going to draw a knife. I didn't bring a training knife with me, but drawing a knife, same thing. I don't want to just take the time to look for it. I need to practice that in advance. Pulling my knife out and engaging with it becomes key. So whatever tool you decide to use, you got to practice that. And if you didn't have the chance yet, come and check one of our Mayhem class on Sunday mornings, where we actually do these drills. We incorporate self-defense with additional tools, and obviously the decision-making process being a key component of it. Can I draw? Should I draw? Is my backdrop permissive? What's my next step? That's something that we need to work in advance. Again, striking, creating that space, and disengaging and transitioning to my higher force option. So an issue I believe society in general has, and specifically when it comes to self-defense, is reliant on tools and technology, right? So we see it all over in work, relying on computers and so forth. When it comes to self-defense, people that carry a knife or a gun or any other tool think that that's going to save the day when the moment comes. And they may be very proficient in using the tool. Maybe they actually go to the range and practice regularly, or even learn knife fighting, again, whichever tool they decide to carry. But if you've never practiced actually pulling or deploying that weapon from concealment in the heat of the moment under stress, that tool may actually be a liability more of an asset, right? So in case of a true event, if I am going for my tool and I did not create a space, I did not do it in a tactical manner, now weapon retention become an issue, and arguably what may happen is having that tool used against me. So it's incumbent on you as a responsible gun or knife carrying individual to make sure that you incorporate deploying the weapon from concealment into your training regimen. You can use a bag, you can do scenario-based training with others, and obviously you can come and take one of our Mayhem classes and get some practice. As always, I want to thank those of you that subscribed, shared, and commented on our videos. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and follow our social media channels, our Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Until next time, watch your six.